Hey guys, welcome to our channel Knowledge World. In this video, we'll be discussing what are the different types of elections in India and how are they held. Guys, to run a country, there should be a government, and there are different types of governments in the world, such as democratic, communist, monarchy, or dictatorship. India is a democratic country, and even in a democracy, there are two types: a parliamentary democracy and a presidential democracy. India is a parliamentary democracy due to which we have a prime minister and a president in a country, whereas in a presidential democracy there's only a president. Guys, before we understand how elections happen in India, first let's know a little about the structure of the Indian central government. The Parliament of India is divided into two parts: the Rajya Sabha, which is the upper house, and the Lok Sabha, which is the lower house. According to the Constitution of India, there can be a maximum of 250 members in the Rajya Sabha and a maximum of 550 members in the Lok Sabha, in which today there are only 542 members. Guys, before the maximum members of the Lok Sabha was 552 members, but in January 2020, the Anglo-Indian reservations were discontinued by the 104th Constitutional Amendment Act. So now let's talk about our main topic. Guys, there are mainly three types of elections in our country: the general elections, that is the Lok Sabha elections, the Rajya Sabha elections, and the Vidhan Sabha elections or the state assembly elections. First, let's talk about the Lok Sabha elections. The Lok Sabha elections happens once in every 5 years, and people vote for their representatives and elect the members of the Lok Sabha. This means that the members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people of India. This is why Lok Sabha is called the House of the People. As I said you at the beginning, there are 550 seats in the Lok Sabha. Out of these, 530 members are elected from the states and 20 members are elected from the union territories. Guys, each state is given a specific number of seats according to its population. The state with more population is allocated more seats, and the state with less population is allocated less seats. For example, in the 2019 general elections, Uttar Pradesh had the highest population in India, due to which it had 80 constituencies, which is the highest in India. Whereas Karnataka has a lesser population and has 28 constituencies. So during elections, in every area, candidates from different parties compete for that seat. After voting, the person who gets the most votes wins that seat and becomes the member of Lok Sabha and gets one seat for his party in the Lok Sabha. So to establish a government, a party has to win with majority. That is, it has to win with more than 50% of the seats, which is equal to 272 seats. When a party gets more than 272 seats, that party will establish a government. And the leader of the winning party becomes the Prime Minister of the country. The elected representatives, that is the members of the Lok Sabha, elect their leader who becomes the Prime Minister of the country. In 2019 general elections, BJP had won 303 seats, and with alliance with NDA, they had won 353 seats. As a result, BJP won the elections with a complete majority and made their government, and Narendra Modi, who was the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, becomes the Prime Minister of the country for the second time. So guys, this is how the Lok Sabha elections happen, and the next Lok Sabha elections will happen in 2024. Now let's understand how the Rajya Sabha elections happen. Guys, in Lok Sabha elections, we directly elect our candidates by voting, but the members of Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by the people. The Lok Sabha gets dissolved once in every 5 years, whereas the Rajya Sabha is a permanent house, which means the house never gets completely dissolved. The term of Rajya Sabha members is 6 years, and every 2 years, 1/3 of the members of Rajya Sabha retire. There can be a maximum of 250 members in Rajya Sabha, out of which 238 members are elected by voting, and the other 12 members are elected by the president on the basis of their contribution in the field of art, literature, economics, social work, science, etc. For example, Subramaniam Swamy and Suresh Gopi were appointed through this category by the President of India on 24th April 2016. Each state is allocated a specific number of seats according to its population. More the population of the state, more the seats allocated. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the single transferable vote system. Guys, the election of members of Rajya Sabha is a complicated topic which we will understand in detail in another video. But one thing you all need to know is that the members of Rajya Sabha are elected by the MLAs, which means that the members of Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by the people. So finally, let's talk about the state assembly elections or the Vidhan Sabha elections. The members of the Vidhan Sabha are directly elected by the people of the state. The members of Vidhan Sabha are called the MLA. MLA stands for Members of Legislative Assembly. Every state has a fixed number of seats, and candidates from different parties compete in different areas, and the candidate who wins the seat becomes the MLA of that area. The state elections also happen once in every 5 years, same as the Lok Sabha elections, but elections of different states happen at a different time. For example, the Maharashtra elections happened in 2019 and the Bihar elections took place recently in November 2020. Guys, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken about One Nation, One Election, which we will be discussing in our next video whether it is good for our country or not. So guys, elections of different states are held at different times every 5 years. So if a party has to establish its government in the state, it has to get a majority, that is, it has to get more than 50% of seats. So after elections, any party which gets more than 50% of the seats makes its government in that state. The elected MLAs choose their leader who becomes the chief minister of the state. If any party is not able to form its government alone, then that party has to make an alliance with other parties, and the first party which makes an alliance with another party or other parties and crosses the majority mark forms its government. For example, the government today in Maharashtra is an alliance of Shiv Sena, Congress and NCP. Guys, there are many more different types of elections such as Zilla Parishad elections, Panchayat elections, etc. But guys, in this video we have spoken only about the 3 main elections of our country. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you understood what are the different types of elections in India. If you found the video informative, then give a like to this video, share this video to more people, subscribe to our channel Knowledge World and switch on the bell notification button so that you don't miss any new updates of our new upcoming videos. So guys, meet you in the next video.